is Jenna Zimmerman, and today I'm going to be doing a social studies and ELA lesson plan, and it is 4th grade. So my social studies standard is history, and then civics and government, and then individuals have rights and responsibilities, and societies are shaped by beliefs, ideas, and diversity. And then my ELA standard is RI.4.3. Explain events, procedures, ideas, or concepts in a historical, scientific, or technical text, including what happened and why, based on specific information in the text. And then my essential question is, how have the presidents shaped our world, both when they were president and today? And then my lesson objectives are, students will analyze a character drawing from specific details of the text, and students will explain historical events and figures. So I will just kind of be explaining my lesson. For my practicum, I am doing my work, and so I can't really teach them. And so yeah, I will just explain my lesson the best I can. I'll try to teach as much as I can, but yeah, so that's what I'm going to be doing today. So to start off, I will activate prior knowledge, and this is how I would start. Alright, 4th grade, so today we are going to be continuing our discussion about presidents. So what does the president do? What branch of government are they in? Who is our current president? And so I would just ask them questions like this, get them thinking about the presidents again, and just trying to activate any knowledge they have about it. And yeah, so then I would introduce our activity. So today we are going to be researching some of our past presidents. For this activity, we're going to need to use our iPads, laptops, whatever the school has available. And so yeah, we're going to be using our iPads and laptops to read some articles and draw some conclusions and learn about our presidents. So then I would dismiss the students by table group, and they would go over and get their iPads and bring them back to their desks, okay? So now that you all have your iPads, I want you to go into Google Classroom and go to our Social Studies tab. In that tab, you will find a link to a website called readworks.org, okay? And you might have to put in a little code, and the code is in there for you on Google Classroom as well. And so yeah, so go ahead and do that. I'm going to give students time to do that, whatever, okay? And so while they're doing that, I am going to be passing out this little packet. It's called an Open Mind Portrait packet. And so I have it on my lesson plan to where you can print out. And so it's just like this, and I would put 3 or 4 of these in a packet and just staple them, and that's what the students are going to be using to kind of write down their information and record different ideas and stuff that they have. So once all the students get the link open, I will explain the activity. So now that you guys all have the articles pulled up, you can pick a president that you want to research. So it could be your favorite president, it could just be a president that you know how to make some big decisions while they were president, and you just want to learn more about that. It can be anything you want, any president you want or can find on this website. And what you're going to do is, I passed out this packet for you. Okay, this is called an Open Mind Portrait packet. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to read through your article. You might have to read it more than once just to kind of get the information down. And on the first one, you're going to draw a picture of your president. So if you pick George Washington, what does George Washington look like? You're just going to draw his face, draw his hair, you can add his coat, whatever you want. So the first page will be what your president looks like. The second and remaining pages are for information that you guys think are important from your article. So if, again, I was doing George Washington, I would maybe write that he was the first president, write maybe how many states there were when he was president, what is important about him, just any interesting facts that you think are important to know about George Washington. You can write them, you can draw them, you can do however you want to record your information in these following pages. That is completely up to you, okay? And I will post some questions up on the board for you that will get your mind thinking, things to look for, and that'll help you guys fill in some information as well. So yeah. So I would let the students go, we'll have them start reading, help the students that would need maybe read to them, show them how to get it has a link on the website where it'll read the article to them, and so that's an adaptation for the students who need it. So I'd help the students set that up if they needed it. I have the questions on my lesson plan that you can shoot up on the board. I have like 20 different questions or so for students just to think about. They don't have to use or answer all of the questions, obviously. It's just to help them get thinking, really kind of analyze the article and see different information within it. So some of my questions are, who is your president? When were they president? Significant events that happened. What is the president known for? What political party did they belong to? Are the decisions they made still enact today? So that's kind of connecting information from the past to today. So like Lincoln, he ended slavery, and obviously that is still the case today. So his decision and stuff is still active today, and it still affects us today because obviously we don't have slavery. So just different things like that. Do you think he was a good leader? Why was he a good leader? What was his childhood like? Literally anything they think is important and want to know about the president, they can write or draw in the packet. So, okay. And I would give students like 10 or 15 minutes to do this. It might take longer for them. I know this lesson plan is supposed to be like 20 minutes long, but I think you could really extend on it as much as you wanted to, or, kind of make it go as quick as, just as long as they have time to read the article would be the only thing. I think one way to also kind of scale down on it and make it go by faster is if you all did the same president and you kind of like read it with them, and so that would kind of keep them on track a little bit more too. So, but while they're reading the article, I would just circle around, make sure if they had any questions, I'd be there to help them. Once they start like drawing, if they need ideas to draw or write different things, and I'm there for that as well. So. And then after about 10-15 minutes, however long you think they need, I'd kind of bring everybody back together, and this is how I would assess them and kind of do the wrap up. So, all right, students, now that you have finished your portraits, we are going to mingle, pair, share. And so this is what I want you to do. I'm going to be playing some music in the background, and while the music is playing, you guys are going to take your little portraits. You're going to take them with you, and you're going to walk around the classroom while the music's playing. Just, say hi to your classmate, just walk with your portraits. When the music stops, though, you're going to go to the person that is nearest to you, and you are going to share your president, all right? So you'll say, okay, I had George Washington. This is what he looks like. And then you can go through and just touch on some of the main points you think that are most important about your president. You don't have to go through all of them. But you'll have about 30-45 seconds to just explain some different aspects of your president. And so I would do this probably 5, 6, 7 times to where the students, get to hear about multiple presidents. And so, I think this is also a great way to just get the kids up and moving. It's a great way to incorporate some music from like the different time periods. So you could do like the Star Spangled Banner. You could do patriotic music. You could do just music from, when George Washington was president. I don't know. You could do a number of different things and types of music. I just thought it was a good way to get students up and going while still, talking about presidents and sharing what they found and stuff like that. So then after that, I would have a whole group discussion. So everybody would come back together, go to their desks, and we would address any questions that the students have, anything significant. So if there was something very significant about their president, they wanted to make sure all the class knew, that's the time we could talk about it. If students had questions about somebody else's president, like they heard a fact, but then, they needed to hear it again, or they had a question about it or whatever, then we could talk about that. So some of the questions I have on my lesson plan that you could use are, what is something interesting about your president you would like everyone to know? What is something you learned from someone else? Are there any decisions the president's made that relate to us today? So slavery, voting rights, anything like that, just to get the kids kind of connecting the presidents to today. What are some challenges that your president's faced? Are those challenges the president faced still present today? So again, trying to connect the past to the present into our lives, and just get the kids thinking about just society and how things have changed, how things are different, and how we can still see some of those effects today. So that is pretty much my lesson plan. I have, like I said, I have the questions linked in my lesson plan. I have the portrait page on there for you to print out. And I think that's everything I have. I think this would be another great thing to like put in the hallway too. You can kids can walk by and flip through there and learn about the presidents. And so that is my lesson plan, and I think that's all I have for you. Thank you.